Hey guys, it's Jess with Miss Jess Fitness. Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're going to be going over a yoga mat. Actually, we're going to be doing a little mini review of this is Olie, I think. So we're going to be going over the yoga mat from This is Olie. Specifically, my thoughts on the Black Moon phase mat, which I'm currently sitting on. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and of course follow me on the Instagram. And if you like this video, give it a like. That way I know that you guys still want me to continue making videos like this. So full disclosure to you guys before we jump into this review, I am not a yoga professional. I am not anywhere near a high level yoga person. Like, I'm very beginner. I've only been doing yoga for maybe 5 months and I don't do it all the time. I now do it like once a week. Back when I was doing Gymshark 66, I believe I was doing it 2 or 3 times a week. So this review is purely from a yoga beginner standpoint. So let's just dive on and get started. I was in the market for a new yoga mat. I did quite a bit of research and I looked around. It was kind of hard to find mats because we're currently in quarantine, self-isolation, you know, with everything going on in the world. So a lot of fitness stuff online, Amazon, the stores in general, like, is sold out. It's really hard to find workout equipment right now. I did look around. I looked at like Lululemon, I looked on Amazon, and I knew I was interested in this mat and this brand, but I wasn't sure if I was ready to pull the trigger and commit to it. As you can tell, I did. But the mat itself retails for around $100. I was able to use a promo code to get like 20% off, I believe. But then after shipping, because it is located in the UK, so after shipping it was right around $100 for this mat. So it's not a cheap mat by any means, but if you look at other mats, comparatively speaking, like Lululemon and other brands like that, good decent mats, like quality mats, range from $80 to $100. So I mean you can decide for yourself after this video if it's worth the money, but in my opinion, in my personal opinion, I do think that this mat is worth the money, but we'll get into that in a little bit. Some other things to note: it is 72.5 inches long and then 26.75 inches wide. The website says that it is 4 millimeters thick, which according to Google calculations is about 0.15748 inches. So just so you guys are aware of that. I wasn't really able to measure that with my it's really not that thick. In terms of material, it is natural rubber and polyurethane. There's no like percentage given on the website, so I'm not quite sure that percentage. So what we'll do is we'll kind of just give you a close-up of what the mat looks like and the design. I think the design is absolutely gorgeous. It's a very beautiful looking mat. I was a little worried about the design like coming up, and I've actually had this mat and have used it for 2 or 3 weeks now, and I have had no issues with the design or any issues with the quality in terms of pieces coming up or getting scratches or holes or digging into it at all, which I was kind of worried about because it's an expensive mat, but I've had no issues whatsoever, so that is definitely a pro. Some other pros to note: I do like that it's a relatively long mat. I think that's a really great feature. It's a little bit longer than my other mats, so I really do like that. In terms of like water and sweat resistance, it actually does dry pretty quickly. And I actually brought in some water so we can test it and see how quickly it actually dries. So let's give it a go. Just like spread this around. So as you can see, it's actually drying pretty quickly. Not bad at all. So if you sweat a lot, I don't think it's an issue. So another pro about this mat is that the grip is really just quite amazing. I did not know how bad, I mean, I knew my old mat was bad, but I didn't know just how bad it was until I tried out this mat and tried the grip on it. Wow, just so good, like unbelievable. Another pro, it's just a really well-made mat. I feel like like I've mentioned, I haven't had any issues with any nicking or scratching or cuts in the fabric by my movement. And I do other things on this mat as well. I don't just do yoga, like I'll do my lower body, I'll do ab circuits, I'll do plenty of different things on this mat besides yoga. So you really can do whatever you need to do with it. Like it's durable. Like I haven't had any issues. The only thing I will say is that I won't like put a chair on it because I'm just kind of worried. I don't know. It's for $100. I'd rather be cautious than be too, I don't know, crazy with it. So I do use my other mat for when I do workouts involving a chair. So I've mentioned the pros, so I'll mention a couple cons. And honestly, like the cons aren't really deterrents, just more of like a FYI so that you guys know this. I love this mat. I don't really have any major complaints. I would buy it again knowing what I know now. So the cons aren't really cons. They're just more, hey, so you're aware, this is what I've found with this mat. So, okay. I've noticed that it's not like a problem when I'm just sitting on it. But when I'm lying down, there's not a lot of cushion. It's a pretty stiff, like, pad. Like, it's not something that you're going to, like, fall into and it's gonna, like, mold to your body. It's pretty rigid, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I just notice it when I'm laying down and my head is on the mat. It doesn't really mold. It's pretty flat. It's a pretty flat mat, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, just something to note. So I just want to add an extra clip in here regarding the thickness. I just kind of want to show you guys up close kind of thickness and then like squishiness, if you can kind of see. There is like some give to it, but you really would have to like press down on it. And then I would also say that, especially, I think this is just because it's the black color. I don't think I would have had this issue with a different colored mat, but I love black, so I went with black. And I should have known just in general, but the black does show dirt, obviously, and it's going to show, I have a cat, so it shows cat hair. If you have a dog, dog hair, especially if it's like a lighter color. And then I would also say that it shows like oil a little bit, like from your hands or your skin, and I can show you close up kind of what I mean. So you can kind of see what I mean here. You can see like the dirt easily and kind of where like I've touched it and kind of the oil and stuff from my skin. Again, not necessarily a bad thing, but something to note when you're looking at like the colors of mats. If that bothers you, I would recommend trying out a different color. And then if it doesn't bother you, I say go for it. I still love the black. I think this is an absolutely beautiful mat. And if I hadn't just bought this one, I would have bought the Zodiac one. So I would have two, because that Zodiac mat was absolutely gorgeous. They actually just released that not too long ago and it sold out like that same day. So Yeah. Honestly, I do think it's worth the money if you want to invest and have like a really good quality mat, especially if you're doing a lot of mat work and if you do a lot of yoga. I do recommend this product. I will probably buy another mat just to have like different styles and different options. But yeah, that's all that I have for you guys today. I really appreciate you coming back, sticking around, watching this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave some comments below. Thanks always again for your continued love and support. It means so much to me. I hope y'all are staying safe, taking care of yourself, and we will see you next time. Thanks so much. Bye.